State of New California notice to all Californians. Chapter 2, grievance number 36. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Sections 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in the United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 3 and 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. New California Declaration of Independence of January 15, 2018 states, whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute a new government. From a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide a new guards for their future security. Preamble of the New California State Constitution states, we, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity. First Amendment of the United States Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of a religion or prohibiting the free expression thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or the press, or the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution states, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. The counties of New California State brought forward 95 Chapter 1 grievances between January 2018 and November 2019. On April 28, 2020, New California State will issue 95 additional Chapter 2 grievances to be announced in public on Tuesdays between 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. Grievance 36. Declaration of grievance, statement of facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. California state government violates the following United States Constitution. United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion and on application of the legislature or the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuant thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. Violation of the First Amendment United States Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of a religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. 14th Amendment United States Constitution, Section 3. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress, or elector of a president and vice president, or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state, who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress, or as an officer of the United States, or as a member of any state legislature, or as an executive or judicial officer of any state, to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid and comfort to the enemies thereof. By promise, Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. Order of the day: domestic enemies facilitate foreign conquest. Domestic enemies facilitate foreign conquest and subversion of the United States through the former Republic of California. It is no longer possible to sustain the false narrative that California is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, and that we have the rule of law here in the Golden State, or even that we have a republic. The California Republic no longer exists. The battle lines have been drawn, and they are coming into sharper focus every day for the average United States citizen living in California to see. It is evident to every objective observer that hostilities exist between the peoples of the Republic of China, controlled by the Chinese Communist Party, and the United States of America, and those United States citizens residing in California. Their state has fallen to foreign control and allegiance at the highest levels of government. California's highest officials, supervisors, mayors, elected and appointed officials have clearly demonstrated over the refusal to support the rule of law. Now they have indelibly established their record of betrayal of their oaths of office and their loyalty to the government and the system of governance that is foreign and repugnant to the United States Constitution. California officials have earned the title of domestic enemies. They oppose the rule of law, and at the same time they use the offices of public trust they occupy to slander and disaffect any citizen whose allegiance is to the United States Constitution and the Bill of Rights. These domestic enemies have aligned themselves with foreign interests, financial as well as ideological, and are not fit to govern the United States citizens living within the territorial boundaries of the jurisdictions they control, now by force of violence. By unquestioned authority and unanimous opinion, the subjection of citizens to the rule of domestic enemies will not stand. With urgency that is necessitated by self-preservation and the duty to survive such hostilities for the benefit of our posterity, we petition the Congress and the federal government to utilize the Insurrection Act on behalf, as well as military tribunals, to assure us that justice will be served and that we the people will have protection against foreign influence, domestic violence, foreign interference and meddling, invasion, and the abuse of power by the public officials that have abused us for so long and that now threaten to subject us to a form of slavery that therefore has not existed on this continent. That heretofore has not existed on this continent. A state of war exists between we the people of the United States and foreign and domestic enemies who are engaged in attempting to overthrow our elections and control public opinion through media racketeering and conspiracy right here in California. We the people are determined to stop the one-man rule of a pusillanimous, craven dictator whose words and actions are a grave danger to all citizens living in California. Insurrection. The government of California, the current socialist governor and dictator of monoparty system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent to actively engage in acts of insurrection against the U.S. Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 and the Emergency Economic Powers Act are the United States federal laws which govern the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawless insurrection and rebellion. Acts of secession. The California government, in conjunction with the socialist state executive, instituted wherever the current socialist governor-dictator has usurped power, has actively engaged in acts of secession and have created a reign of terror on the United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America and thus destroy our very union of states which secures our liberty and our freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting socialist governor and dictator of California and the monoparty legislature and local elected officials is evidence of the abdication of the responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the citizens of the United States living in California. Prayer. The citizens of New California State pray for the President to exercise his authority under the Insurrection Act of 1807 to end the tyranny being foisted upon United States citizens living in California. This concludes these proceedings.